Hey everyone, welcome back to Fact Fusion. Have you ever heard stories about mysterious creatures that people have seen, but no one can prove they exist? These creatures are called cryptids. Some people think they're just myths, while others believe they're real animals hiding from us. Today, we're going to explore 7 of these fascinating creatures and find out if they're just stories or if there's a chance they might be real. So let's dive into the world of cryptids. Let's start with one of the most famous cryptids, Bigfoot. Bigfoot, also known as Sasquatch, is said to be a large, hairy creature that walks on 2 legs like a human. People have reported seeing Bigfoot in forests across North America for over 100 years. Some describe Bigfoot as being over 7 feet tall, with long arms and a face that looks a bit like a gorilla. There are even blurry photos and videos that people claim show Bigfoot, but scientists have never found any solid evidence, like bones or fur, to prove Bigfoot exists. Some think it could be a lost species of giant ape or a bear standing on its hind legs. There's even a famous video from 1967 known as the Patterson-Gimlin film, which supposedly shows Bigfoot walking through the forest. But experts argue whether it's real or just a person in a costume. Despite the lack of hard evidence, the legend of Bigfoot lives on. People continue to search the forests, hoping to catch a glimpse or find proof of this elusive creature. Whether Bigfoot is real or just a legend, the mystery keeps people looking and wondering. Next up, we have the Loch Ness Monster, or Nessie as it's often called. Nessie is said to live in Loch Ness, a large, deep lake in Scotland. The first reported sighting was in 1933 when a couple saw a large creature with a long neck and humps in the water. Since then, many people have claimed to see Nessie, and there are even some photographs, though most of them are blurry. One of the most famous photos, taken in 1934, is known as the surgeon's photograph, showing a long neck and small head rising from the water. Later, it was revealed to be a hoax, but that hasn't stopped people from believing in Nessie. Some scientists think that the Loch Ness Monster could be a type of prehistoric reptile, like a plesiosaur, that somehow survived for millions of years. Others believe it's just large fish, floating logs, or even waves causing people to see things. Despite many searches and scientific studies, no one has found concrete evidence of Nessie, making it one of the greatest mysteries of our time. Sonar explorations and underwater cameras have been used to try and find Nessie, but so far, the deep, dark waters of Loch Ness have kept their secrets. The mystery of Nessie continues to attract tourists and researchers from all over the world, each hoping to be the one to uncover the truth. Now let's talk about a scary cryptid from Latin America, the chupacabra. The name chupacabra means goat sucker in Spanish because it was first reported attacking and drinking the blood of goats. Descriptions of the chupacabra vary, but many say it looks like a strange mix of a reptile and a wild dog, with sharp teeth and spines running down its back. Sightings began in Puerto Rico in the 1990s and spread to other parts of the Americas. Some people describe the chupacabra as being about the size of a small bear, with a row of spines reaching from the neck to the base of the tail. Others say it has more canine features, resembling a hairless dog with a pronounced spine. Livestock deaths attributed to the chupacabra often involve animals found drained of blood, with puncture marks on their necks. Some think the chupacabra is a new species, while others believe it's just sick animals, like dogs or coyotes, that look different because of disease. Scientists who have examined carcasses of alleged chupacabras usually find that they are mangy dogs or coyotes suffering from parasitic infections. Despite many reports, no one has caught a live chupacabra, leaving its existence a spooky mystery. The legend of the chupacabra continues to grow, fueled by new sightings and stories of unexplained livestock deaths. Our next cryptid is the eerie Mothman. The Mothman is described as a large creature with wings, red glowing eyes, and the body of a man. It was first seen in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in the 1960s. Witnesses said it could fly very fast and that its eyes glowed in the dark. The Mothman became famous when people connected its sightings to a tragic bridge collapse in 1967, which some believe it tried to warn about. The Silver Bridge collapse resulted in the deaths of 46 people, and sightings of the Mothman ceased after the disaster, leading some to believe it was an omen. Some think the Mothman is an alien, a supernatural being, or a misidentified bird like a crane. Sandhill cranes, which have a wingspan of up to 7 feet and red markings around their eyes, have been suggested as a possible explanation. Others believe the Mothman could be a misinterpretation of an owl or another large bird. Even though sightings have decreased, the Mothman legend lives on through books, movies, and an annual festival in Point Pleasant. The Mothman has become a symbol of mystery and intrigue, with people traveling from all over to visit the Mothman Museum and attend the festival, keeping the legend alive. Let's dive into the deep sea to find the Kraken, a legendary sea monster. The Kraken is said to be a giant squid or octopus that can wrap its enormous tentacles around ships and drag them underwater. Stories about the Kraken come from sailors in Scandinavia who described it as a creature so large it could be mistaken for an island. According to old tales, the Kraken would create massive whirlpools, dragging ships and sailors to their doom. Today, we know that giant squids do exist and can grow up to 43 feet long. These deep-sea dwellers have eyes the size of dinner plates and long tentacles covered with suckers, some with sharp hooks. However, they live deep in the ocean and are rarely seen by humans. The first live giant squid was only photographed in its natural habitat in 2004. While the Kraken might be based on sightings of these squids, no evidence shows a creature large enough to sink ships. However, the ocean is vast and largely unexplored, so who knows what be lurking in the depths. The mystery of the Kraken continues to capture our imagination about what might be lurking in the ocean depths. Stories of the Kraken remind us of how much we still don't know about the world's oceans and the creatures that live there. The Yeti, also known as the Abominable Snowman, is another famous cryptid. People believe the Yeti lives in the snowy mountains of the Himalayas in Asia. It's described as a large, hairy, ape-like creature that walks on 2 legs. The first stories of the Yeti come from local folklore, but Western explorers began reporting sightings in the early 20th century. Some climbers have even found large footprints in the snow that they believe belong to the Yeti. One famous expedition in 1951, led by British mountaineer Eric Shipton, produced photos of large footprints in the snow, sparking widespread interest. Some scientists think the Yeti could be a bear or a large ape, but no one has found concrete evidence like bones or fur. In 2017, a study of supposed Yeti samples found they mostly belonged to bears native to the region. Despite this, the Yeti remains a fascinating mystery, especially for those who venture into the cold, high mountains. The allure of the Yeti lies in the vast, uncharted regions of the Himalayas, where new discoveries could still be made. Whether it's a real creature or just a legend, the Yeti continues to inspire adventurers and storytellers alike. Our final cryptid is the Jersey Devil, a creature said to haunt the Pine Barrens in New Jersey, USA. According to legend, the Jersey Devil has a goat's head, bat wings, horns, and hooves. The story goes back to the 1700s when a woman named Mother Leeds supposedly gave birth to a devilish creature that flew away into the forest. The legend says the creature was her 13th child, cursed and transformed into the Jersey Devil. Over the years, many people have reported seeing or hearing the Jersey Devil. It is said to emit blood-curdling screams that can be heard echoing through the forest. Some think it's a misidentified animal, like a large bird or a deformed creature. The Pine Barrens are home to many animals, and the dense woods can make even familiar creatures look strange. Despite the spooky stories, no solid proof has been found. In the early 1900s, a series of reported sightings and encounters led to a mass hysteria known as the Jersey Devil Panic. People claimed to see the creature attacking livestock and even attempting to enter homes. The Jersey Devil remains a part of local folklore, scaring and intriguing people who visit the Pine Barrens. It has become a cultural icon in New Jersey, with the local hockey team, the New Jersey Devils, named after it. The legend of the Jersey Devil continues to thrive, blending history, mystery, and local pride. And there you have it, 7 incredible cryptids that blur the line between myth and reality. Whether they're just stories or hidden creatures waiting to be discovered, these cryptids continue to fascinate us and spark our imaginations. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Fact Fusion, and click the bell icon to stay updated on our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.